Hello everyone, it's Mr. Stack here. I hope you're well. This is my first video. I know Mr. Knowles has done a few and I know there's been some interesting ones with the news reports and things like that. But I thought what I would do with you today is share a book that I've probably shared with most of you already. I'm going to share with you After the Fall. It's a book about Humpty Dumpty and what happens to him after the fall. I love this book because I think it's really clever. And I think that it has a really important message. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy reading it to you in assembly, and I hope to see you again soon. I hope you're all safe and you're having fun at home as much as you can. I know it's a bit weird at the moment. I'm having lots of fun when I'm in work, but I do miss you all. I'm also having lots of fun at home when I'm there. I'm getting a little bit of extra time at home, which is great. Okay, to the video. After the fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favourite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. And one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. After that day I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favourite things. Here you can see that he can't get to the cereal that he wants to get to because of the ladder. I walked past the wall every day and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really miss the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. I wonder what that idea is. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day I kept trying and trying. You can see here that Humpty is being like one of our robots. He's being a resilient learner. He's trying over and over again. Until I got it just right. Look at that. My plane was perfect. It flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do. Oh dear. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall, but the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. You can see from the look on his face. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing one step at a time until I was no longer afraid. Maybe now you won't think of me of that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Look what's happening. He's starting to crack. I wonder what will happen next. What is it that you can see beneath the cracks of the egg? And learned how to fly. Beautiful end page. Life begins when you get back up. I think that's a really important book for us to read at the moment. And I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Hopefully we'll be making many more of these videos soon. I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks.